if you're bleeding from your vagina or from like your finger, I got you covered. All three of us would like to welcome you back to our channel, Pimple 1, Pimple 2, and Ashley. So today I'm going to be talking about school. Back to school videos and all the things have been popping up on YouTube, and I don't start school for another month. Oh, my phone is here. That's probably distracting. School supply shopping was a little bit difficult because I don't have my schedule yet, but I didn't want to go school supply shopping when all the stuff was picked over. So I still have time to go back and buy more school supplies if I do decide that I need an extra notebook for a class. But I kind of have a good idea of what core classes I'm taking this year. All that's fishy are like the electives. This isn't my first rodeo when it comes to school supply shopping when you're in high school. This is my second rodeo because I'm about to start my sophomore year. Today I'm going to be showing you what I got. For my math and English class last year, we got a lot of handouts, and I took all of my notes on either like loose leaf paper or paper that my teachers gave us. I didn't like carrying around a notebook because it was really annoying to have to keep all of my notes in one place because I had this really big math notebook and I had like all of my notes from like the beginning of the year in it, and I was just carrying around all these notes that I didn't use on a daily basis. So it just felt kind of too much to carry around all of the notes I had taken in the entire year for math around to a class every day and just taking the chapter notes that I needed to class. What I decided to do this year is instead of using a big bulky binder that takes up so much space, I decided to get 2 of these 5-star hybrid note binders, a notebook that you can kind of like take apart and you can put in the pages yourself. I'm really excited to use this for classes like math because I can take my notes on these pages, and then once we're done with that unit, I can just take the pages out and put them into my little storage bin for all of my homework and notes from the year, and then reference those later on whenever I'm taking finals. My mom actually used this when she was going back to school in like 2007. She was like taking a bunch of college classes and she got her degree, and she used this folder, and I've been using this for like 2 years already, and it holds together so well. So I definitely suggest 5-star products. I'm not like sponsored by them or anything. I just really recommend them. And of course we have notebooks. I did get a notebook for chemistry because my summer homework said on part of the directions like you need to buy a spiral notebook. So I did get a UV spiral notebook. I'm also not the biggest fan of composition notebooks, but I do have one in here just for like random classes because I do know I'm gonna be taking a couple of electives this year. At some point I'm taking pre-AP World Geography, but that's only a semester class, so I'm not gonna be taking that the whole year. I didn't need to buy any highlighters this year because I already bought like a bunch of these zebra highlighters on Amazon like at the end of last year. So I have all of those left over and they all have a lot of ink left, so there's no need for me to buy new ones. All I got were like new pencils because those are always super necessary. Pens, I like the Pilot G2 pens in 0.38 because I'm the type of person who prefers to write in pen rather than pencil. I do need whiteout with me. There have been a few people that have seen this in my pencil pouch and like not known what it is, but yeah, it's whiteout. So whenever you're writing on paper, you make a mistake and you can literally just take this and white it out, and it's really easy. So if you write in pen, I would suggest this. A mini stapler also comes in handy. I use this all the time. I use it a lot more often than you would think, and all the people who sit around me in classes end up borrowing it, so it's really handy to have around. Sticky notes are also important. I have a few different ones that I've got from Target. I do have some colorful ones, but they're like pastel colors, so not like super bright and neon because I'm not like a super bright neon type of person. If you can't tell from this wall, my aesthetic is very like pastel and calm and not like in your face, wow, hot pink. I would suggest using a makeup bag instead of a pencil pouch just because usually I feel like makeup bags are bigger. Make sure you have really cheap pencils with you because there's always that one kid that's like, hey, can I borrow a pencil? And you're like, okay. You know you're not gonna get it back, so just give them the cheap ones. I honestly only buy cheap pencils for my boyfriend and my friends that always end up stealing pencils. Hand sanitizer is really important. I have the Germex brand just because that's what I was at Target. Or no, I got this at Walmart. I'm done. I hate touching the germy things at school. I also have like my girl emergency kit because I'm a girl and I get my period, and you never know when you're gonna need the period products. All the pads that I own are overnight pads because I'm terrified of not having enough time to change my pad during the day and it leaking or something. So literally I always have these big ass maxi pads in here and I use them all the time. I like the Always brand. They're pretty reliable. I don't have any issues with them. They're also like not too expensive, so that's great. So I just have like a huge maxi pad in here, like a smaller one, and then these 3 like like kind of big, but like not really. I've never had to use band-aids, but like I have band-aids in here just in case. You never know when you're gonna get a paper cut or something's gonna happen. Or if you're bleeding from your vagina or from like your finger, I got you covered. Nail clippers are super important. I sometimes get hangnails during the day and it's just very unfortunate, and you don't want to have that issue. It sucks, it really does. I also have some ibuprofen in here. This is just like the Equate brand. I don't think this is full because I don't think you're allowed to take like full bottles of this to school because then they're gonna think you're dealing drugs.
Hey kid, you want some non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs?
I also have Q-tips in there. I don't know why, but never have I used them. But like, okay. All right, I think that's all I have to say, so bye!